It's been a tough start in life. 9-month-old Mariam has only known hunger so far. Her parents too poor to pay for food, and humanitarian aid unable to reach their area because of the conflict. Now she suffers from severe and acute malnutrition. At just 4 kilograms, Mariam weighs less than half the average for a child of her age. We couldn't get to the clinic before because we didn't have money for the journey, says her grandfather. Like many others in the waiting room, the family fled nearby Taz, where people live under both airstrikes by the Saudi-led coalition and artillery fire by the Houthis. To reach this clinic, they had to take mountain roads and evade the many armed groups that roam around Yemen. A very trying experience for these emaciated little bodies. Since the start of the war in 2015, half of the health facilities of Yemen have shut down. And during that same time, an estimated 3 million children were born.
Out of those 3 million, 2 million of them have been born out of hospitals. And the majority of them, they have been born also without the support of a skilled birth attendant. That, of course, increases the risk of infections for the children, and if malnutrition would be one of the major diseases now for children, with 1.8 million children malnourished in the country, and out of those, almost 400,000 suffering from severe acute malnutrition.
An estimated 25,000 children a year are dying at birth or shortly after. Many of those who survive are barely hanging on to life.
No matter what we do, once they leave, they will get sick again because they're not taking enough vitamins. Any bacteria, any disease will get to them. There's no income, no way for the parent to feed their children, let alone getting medicine.
Yemen relies on its ports for food, fuel, and medical supplies. Under international pressure, the Saudi-led coalition eased the blockade last month, allowing goods to enter the ports for 30 days. Now the UN and humanitarian organizations are calling for access around the country and for ports to remain open.
The problem is that if we continue to be in a situation of conflict, in a situation of poverty, in a situation where the food cannot enter the country or the fuel cannot enter the country, then we are going to be seeing other outbreaks this year, or maybe a repetition of the last year cholera outbreak.
The conflict in Yemen is fragmented and polarized. Hopes of a political solution remain elusive. But if and when this happens, the trauma Yemeni children are going through will stay with them well beyond the end of hostilities. Hoda Abdel-Hamid, Al Jazeera.